All right, what is going on, everybody? It's Ethan here, and today I am coming to you from the upper Hawksbill Trailhead in Shenandoah National Park. So I am right down here, and I'll be hiking the upper Hawksbill Trail to the top of Hawksbill Mountain, which is a little over 4,000 feet. And it is the tallest point in Shenandoah National Park. It doesn't look like it's too tough of a trail, and I think at some point this actually connects with the Appalachian Trail, but I'm looking forward to it. It's about 2.25 miles round trip. You can do out and back, or you can make it a loop. I don't know what the difference in mileage is, but either way, should be a lot of fun. Can't wait to show you guys. And obviously this is very far away from most of my normal hiking spots. I'm out here on the East Coast visiting family for the holidays, and so I decided to head down here to Shenandoah National Park and do some hiking while I was in the area. Alright, I'm just hiking through the forest. It's been pretty easy, straightforward trail so far. No views yet, just been in the woods. And I'll tell you, I really wanted to hike Old Rag Mountain while I was down here. It's probably the toughest, or one of the toughest hikes in the park. And it's about 1,000 feet shorter, or like 800 feet shorter than Hawksbill Mountain, but the views I'm sure are just as good. And it's like a 9-mile round trip hike with over 2,000 feet of elevation gain and even some rock scrambling. Would have loved to do that, but I just didn't have the time. So instead I just picked a couple of trails off of Skyline Drive that look cool, and I'm doing those instead. Trail's finally starting to pick up some elevation here. I think I'm getting pretty close to the top, actually. Alright, well, I'm pretty much at the top. Looks like we'll be getting a nice view here in a couple of seconds. Can't wait to show you guys. Alright, well, here's the first good view on the trail. Really cool. Not quite at the summit yet, about 50 yards away. But yeah, that's really nice. And so you can see here, the sign says 50 yards to Hawksbill Summit. Alright, made it to the summit of Hawksbill Mountain, 4,049 feet. The tallest point in Shenandoah National Park here in Virginia. Really cool. Really good view up here. Absolutely beautiful. Very different view from what I'm used to seeing. The Blue Ridge Mountains are definitely nothing like the Rockies, but a very good view nonetheless. Normally I would point out some of the other mountains in the surrounding area, but since I'm not in Colorado, I don't know any of these mountains, except I'm pretty sure that that is Old Rag Mountain. I'm like fairly positive about that. Other than that, though, I have no idea what I'm looking at. I just know it's a good view. You can kind of see it's like really cloudy and smoky looking over there. I do like that, how the Appalachians and the Blue Ridge Mountains and stuff kind of have that, like down in the Smoky Mountains, it looks like that a lot. It's pretty cool. You kind of see some of the hills peeking up through like the mist down there. Very nice. And they got this little viewing platform here. So this is a very easy hike. I mean, it was just over a mile to get to the summit. I think it's like maybe 400 feet of elevation gain, something like that. It's not bad at all. Anyone can do this hike, and I would highly recommend it. It's a great way to see a really good view without having to put too much work in, but still get to say you did a hike. So yeah, really nice up here. Really beautiful. And I do have at least one other hike I wanted to do in the park today. Hopefully I'll get to do a couple more, but I did have at least one other hike. And that other hike, it's actually shorter than this one, but it should be a little more difficult than this one was. But yeah, what a view. All right, so I'm heading back down, and I originally came from that way. I'm gonna go this way this time. I think this is a loop that'll reconnect. And if I'm wrong about that, then whatever, just did some extra hiking. But I looked at the map and it looks like this trail reconnects to the to where the trailhead I started from is. But yeah, that was a really beautiful view. Like I said, definitely is very different from the scenery I'm used to seeing out in Colorado and other places out west, but still really beautiful. I mean, I definitely have fond memories of the Blue Ridge Mountains because, you know, as a kid growing up in Maryland, the Blue Ridge Mountains in, you know, like northern Maryland and Virginia and West Virginia, those were really the only mountains that I knew about. So these were like the big epic mountains to me back then. So yeah, really cool to be hiking out here in Shenandoah. All right, well, so I just checked the map again, and this this trail actually does not go back to the trailhead that I parked at. This goes to the Hawksbill Gap Trailhead, which is about, looks like a little less than a mile up Skyline Drive from the trailhead that I parked at. So looks like I'm gonna be walking on the road for a little while, but I don't mind that at all. It's nice to be able to hike this other trail on the way down and get a little bit of different scenery. Not much different, but a little different. And I also will say this trail is steeper, so if you're looking for more of a challenge going up to Hawksbill Mountain, hike this trail instead. Start from the Hawksbill Gap Trailhead instead of the upper Hawksbill Trailhead, because this trail is definitely a little steeper and rockier than the other one was. And it looks like it's a little longer too. So I don't know what the round trip mileage will be for this hike now that I've taken this way down and have to do the road walk. I'll see when I'm done. All right, well, I made it back to the trailhead for the trail that I hiked down. I am at this point over a mile away from the upper Hawksbill Trailhead where my car is parked at. So I really didn't realize how far out of my way that other trail would take me. I thought it looped back together, but it does not. It goes the complete opposite direction of where my car is parked. But anyway, I mean, it's not a big deal. I was actually looking at, there's another trailhead right across the street here called it's the Cedar Run Trail, and I saw on the map that this trail runs parallel with the road here, Skyline Drive, back up to the upper Hawksbill trailhead, but there's no actual point where you can hike back out onto the road, and I can't really tell from the map how close or far away the trail is from the road, and I'd rather not have to, like, you know, hike that trail and then end up having to bushwhack to get back up to the road again. So as uninteresting as it is, I'll probably just end up walking down the park road for the, you know, 1 1/4, whatever distance it is, to get back to the other trailhead where my car is parked at. And with hiking down that other trail and the other little addition I made by doing this road walk, this is going to end up being a over 3 miles for the total distance. I just want to point out something as I'm hiking down the road back to the trailhead. This is something I've seen a lot of driving down the park road here, is all this, the ice hanging down off the rock like that. Pretty cool. This area right here, it's not too much of it, but in some spots it's been pretty significant, and it's definitely cool. It definitely adds to the beauty out here. Obviously there's really no snow out here or anything like that, but I mean, it does snow here occasionally, but the snow doesn't stick, because I mean, obviously right now, you know, it's the end of December, it's a couple days before Christmas, and it is 55 degrees right now. So, but still, seeing that ice hanging down off of the rocks like that is pretty cool. And as you can see, I'm just on the park road. It's called Skyline Drive. Making my way back to the upper Hawksbill trailhead. Should be about 3/4 of a mile away. All right, well, I'm almost back to the upper Hawksbill trailhead. I did just want to stop at this little overlook here, because that is Old Rag Mountain right there, and I was actually right. From up at the summit of Hawksbill Mountain, that was Old Rag Mountain that I was showing you. Definitely would like to, you know, one of these times when I visit my family for the holidays, I'm gonna hike Old Rag. I never seem to have the time when I come out here. I'm always so busy with family and doing other stuff, visiting friends that I haven't seen for a while. But one of these days, I'm gonna do Old Rag. But for now, it's just nice to be out here. So I'm really close to the upper Hawksbill trailhead. It's pretty much just like right around the corner up there on the road. So very easy little road walk connecting the 2 trailheads. And I did determine that the total round trip distance for this hike, considering that I took a different trail to get back down, the total round trip distance ended up being about 4 miles, because it was about 1.25 miles to get up to the summit of Hawksbill Mountain, and then it was about 1.5 miles to go down the other trail to that other trailhead, and then about 1.25 miles of walking on the road. So about 4 miles total. All right, well, I'm just about back at the parking lot for the upper Hawksbill trailhead. Sorry, I'm moving stuff around in my hands. But anyway, this is an awesome hike. I highly recommend it if you're out here, you're looking for a hike that'll give you some really nice views, get you up to the tallest point in the park, and you don't have to put too much work into it. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I got some more hiking to do out here in Shenandoah, so I'll see you guys on the next one.